He's worth checking in with. His interviews can be good. He
what do we
can
think
have some
about
wild ideas like,
we say,
like
no,
the global
they're
homo
they're completely wild, Brooke.
conspiracy.
It's like, he'll say something, and it's like saying, "Oh, I'm just asking questions." Then he does that insane histrionic Joker laugh, like,
That's quite good.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a really good impression, James.
Yeah.
He's sort of like. Do you think he's attractive? Do you think he's an attractive man?
No,
What
not
would you
at all.
say?
He's okay. I'd say like he's medium.
He's medium.
Well, it's like she's, remember that theory of hers that Brigitte Macron is a man, and
He's not?
well, I've got another theory, and no one's prepared to actually listen to this, to go down this rabbit hole.
Right.
So I've seen photos of this person's youth. I think that Keir Starmer's actually a man. I do.
Really? Ah.
But does he
That's
have a-
controversial, James.
I
Does he
know,
have
I
a-
know.
Crab lice, get your lovely crab lice. Freshly caught in Soho this morning. We got gay crab lice, when they got shit on them, you got to wash the shit off them, but they're lovely fresh crab lice. We got tarts crab lice, we got trans crab lice here, lovely with a bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt and pepper. You're on your way to go get your lovely crab lice here. Lovely, lovely, very tasty. Fresh today, fresh caught today. Lovely, lovely crab lice, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice, very nice. A little bit of pepper on them, you're on your way. That's lovely.
Small but good quality.
Yeah.
I'm not hung like a hamster, like a Chinese man. It's just ridiculous. I mean, what is the use of Chinese porn? It's completely useless.
I don't know why the Chinese have such small dicks.
Well, there
Is there some genetic
there
reason?
is a theory about this.
You know what they call them in Australia?
What?
Canardlies.
Canardlies.
Canardly.
Is that a racist term?
Yeah, probably.
Canardlies.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Canardly Sea.
Ah, very good.
Very good.
That's almost Mark Brifflin.
Just a bit racist. Yeah. Just a bit racist.
This is all great.
Fuck, I'm so fucking... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Deadline. I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
So pissed. Now, James, are you a fin-dom or a pay pig?
Labour have banned.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Oh.
Labour banned lobsters and crabs
Yeah,
in
so
boiled
the
wine.
Labour Party, you've heard of them, I think, has issued a ban on cooking, on boiling crabs and lobsters whilst they are alive.
How woke can they get? What are they going to do? Euthanize fish before we kill them?
Absolutely.
What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, what do you all think about? I mean, haven't these people got something better to do? What do you do? Beat the shit out of them with a hammer first, or?
It's also Roger. The obvious point. The obvious point is that on the one hand they're saying that they're being kind to animals and fish and crustaceans. On the other hand, are they going to halal slaughter? Think not.
Yeah. Well, also there's the whole thing of like it's boiling because it's efficient. Obviously, it's for a money-making thing for holiday makers as well. So people
What?
well, lobsters are expensive.
Yeah, because it's more
So
efficient
it's
to just
efficient
kill them
to
by
boil
boiling them alive.
So
Just
if
stick
they're
them.
going to get machines, that means that it's going to take longer the process. People are going to be spending a lot of money to go on holiday to eat lobsters and be queuing for double the time that we queue in Greg's. That's my point.
See, I love animals, right? But apparently lobsters are wankers.
Yeah.
Apparently they are bastards.
Oh.
Have you ever seen what they do with their claw? I mean, it's disgusting.
Also, crabs though, they're bastards as
and
well.
you get those from sex.
They're
So.
You
similar.
get, Andy
Yeah.
Andy gets them from. He catches them fresh from Soho. Andy does.
Absolutely.
Seaside nosh. That's what they used to call it. Me and my old man, we was down on Brighton Beach on the stall. Families, they were queuing up for our seaside nosh. They were queuing up. Well, Thatcher was the reason the industry collapsed. You know what I mean?
Why is that?
Well, you might as well blame her as anyone else. Anyway, it was all just coming to an end. Then it was an end of an era. Crab lice, get your lovely crab lice. Freshly caught in Soho this morning. We got gay crab lice, you know, when they got shit on them, you got to wash the shit off them, but they're lovely fresh crab lice. We got tarts crab lice, we got trans crab lice here, lovely with a bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt and pepper. You're on your way to go get your lovely crab lice here. Lovely, lovely, very tasty. Fresh today, fresh caught today. Lovely, lovely crab lice, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice, very nice. A little bit of pepper on them. You're on your way. That's lovely. Cool. Those health fanatics take their share of the blame. Years of propaganda make people think of them as like the ones on your head. We used to have them with vinegar. Now they have them with lice clear dermal cream. And the bastards became scarcer once Bonnie Blue converted to Christianity.
Do you feel bitter about the impact on your livelihood?
Well, there's still a market for 'em in France. Listen, I've got someone nice in the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lovely, they're freshly caught from Soho this morning. Fancy trying some?
What's a groyper, first of all?
What is it called?
It's
Groyper.
It's
This
the-
word is appearing everywhere.
Nick Fuentes' followers.
Fuentes.
Fuentes followers. They're called groypers because I don't know, they like to grope. I don't know.
No,
It's
groyp.
Groyper.
Groyp.
Groyper.
It's groyp, not grope. All right, we're going to have to do some research, find out why they call them groypers, and come back. But tell us more about Tucker Carlson, please.
Tucker Carlson's theory on the American...
Tucker Carlson, who used to be a great guy.
Tucker Carlson's theory on the American intervention into Venezuela is that... What is it?
Maduro doesn't believe in same-sex sex.
Except he actually does.
Yeah.
He's been supporting it for years. So that doesn't hold true. But basically he's saying that it's the globo-homo agenda.
I'm suspicious of
El
the
agendo
globo
globo homo.
I'm part of the globo-homo agenda.
See, you are
It's nice to be
linchpin.
part of something.
You big cog in global homo ecosystem. Yeah, okay.
So
well,
what do we make of
well, he's
Tucker
taking
Carlson?
all this money from the Qataris, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
And he's buying a home there, allegedly. And he's, I mean,
There's no evidence he's taken money from Qataris.
wow, who knows?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, they're...
I'm just saying.
We're never fact-checked on this show.
We fact check.
No, we never fact-checked.
What, you want to ruin all the fun for the audience?
No, I'm saying we never fact-checked.
Absolutely.
Do you
This
think
also-
he could be like a mole or something? He's going, hey, no, I'm with the US, but I'm going to live here, but I'm going to find
He's a
information
double
from the
agent.
US.
He's
Could
a
be
Double
that.
double-
agent.
he's
Could
a
be that.
double
Could be
agent.
that. But what? Yeah.
A double agent, and, he's a crab.
So tell me, so he's a crab, and now he lives in Qatar.
No, he's just having
getting
like
a home.
holiday home.
He's having a holiday home in Qatar.
As one does.
Interesting.
isn't it?
Yeah, just like
And he's America first.
just like the
America
Hamas
first.
leaders. They have holiday cottages there.
Yeah, I think there's a deeper thing going on. I don't know, and far be it from me to defend Tucker Carlson because I don't.
Far be it.
I don't even vote in the presidential election because I don't want to defend presidents, let alone a talk show host like Tucker Carlson.
A most noble way to comport oneself.
Go ahead.
How much influence does he have? Because he comes across quite influential. The fact that people are kicking off about it a little bit.
He's hugely influential.
So
He had a massive following, didn't he, bro?
He had a huge show on Fox News.
And a
that
huge
was a
salary, big salary.
And then he got taken off Fox News. He's worth checking in with. His interviews can be good. He
What do we
can
think
have some
about-
wild ideas like,
We say,
like
no,
the global
they're
homo.
look, they're completely wild, Brooke.
Conspiracy.
It's like, he'll say something, and it's like saying, "Oh, I'm just asking questions." Then he does that insane histrionic Joker laugh, like,
That's quite good.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a really good impression, James.
Yeah.
He's sort of like. Do you think he's attractive? Do you think he's an attractive man?
no,
What
not
would
at
you
all.
say?
He's okay. I'd say like he's medium.
He's medium.
So now, okay, speaking of Tucker, what about Candace Owens?
I mean, we're flying through this.
Candace
Owens.
Oh, if you think we're going too fast, Candace Owens is a showstopper. Go on, tell us. Now, Candace Owens
so
is the wife
Of
George
Farmer.
Farmer, son of Lord Farmer, director of GB News, whereas Candace Owens is unbelievable.
Well, she's gone a bit wayward.
She's gone wayward. Tell us about
Way wayward. Well, it's like she's, you remember that theory of hers that Brigitte Macron is a man? Mm-hmm. And,
it. He's not?
well, I've got another theory, and no one's prepared to actually listen to this, to go down this rabbit hole.
Right.
So, I've seen photos of this person's youth. I think that Keir Starmer's actually a man. I do.
Really? Ah.
But
That's controversial, James.
I
Does he
know,
have
I
a
know.
penis?
You
Does he
sure
have-
you want to say
out
this
there.
on Deadline?
Does he have a penis? Does he have a penis?
I've seen the photos, yeah.
Because of course that means nothing. So But Brigitte is very possibly of the male persuasion.
Yeah, I investigated the Candace Owens deep dive, and I found it very plausible.
Really?
That was probably the last sane thing she did. I mean,
Yeah.
she's kind of got off the rails for real.
Was it of the muff variety?
But she's gone off the rails with the Charlie Kirk.
Oh my God!
Conspiracy.
The anti-Semitism and the
Well,
Charlie
now,
Kirk.
like, I was telling Brooke earlier today. Now she's saying that. What was Charlie Kirk's widow called again?
Oh yeah,
But anyway, now
Jackie or
I'm not quite sure. But now Candice is saying that she's a robot.
A robot?
A robot.
She is.
Like a cyborg?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
She identifies as a robot.
She is a robot. She's a robot crab. Everybody knows
A robot psyop crab.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't
Paid
seen-
by Mossad.
When
Let's
he-
not forget.
that. Everybody knows that.
Gosh, where do you draw the line?
Everything goes back to Mossad.
And that is a female robot, a male robot? Is there any like?
No,
I don't. I
yeah,
haven't
it's
seen
all right.
anything like that. That must have been a
Androgynous,
joke.
what?
What?
That
robot.
Candace Owens believes Charlie Kirk's wife is a robot.
she said it. She said it.
She doesn't
Sounds
believe.
I'm going to
Charlie
put it on
Kirk.
screen when I do it.
She
said
doesn't believe Charlie Kirk's wife is a robot. She knows.
I did today.
Who has something to say about the King's speech?
Have we watched it, Leo? Have you watched it?
I watched it at the time.
Yes. Me
Oh
too.
wow!
Yeah. I'm a little bit of a royalist, a little bit of a
Me
monarchist.
too. I'm a monarchist.
When the Queen died.
Oh,
I was
God bless her. God
genuinely
bless her.
upset.
Me too. Well, who
And it
wasn't?
shocked
God
me.
bless her.
It really did. I wasn't expecting to be like
God
that.
bless her.
But I was in tears.
The
Yeah.
best. Me too.
And it amazes me, that feminists don't talk about Elizabeth II.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at like how strong of a monarch, a leader she was, She was one of the best.
Amazing.
And we've had some amazing female leaders, actually.
We have indeed.
So isn't it amazing that we went from,
Like Yvette Cooper. And
we went from talking about the
God damn
King's
it.
speech to immediately
And-
jump
and-
into how much we love the Queen?
Isn't
And I
that
says,
interesting?
Say that
everything
again.
about the King's
Exactly.
no, no,
Exactly.
wait a
No,
minute.
it's true.
Wait, no, whoa. That was very pithy, viewers. Say that again.
We introduced the conversation of the King's speech and immediately jumped to how much we love the Queen.
And that
That
tells-
just shows how
Says
great the
everything.
King's speech
Yeah,
was.
what we think of.
I see what you mean.
Current
Yes, we introduced the topic. I'm sorry, I'm so drunk, folks. We introduced the topic. We introduced. yeah.
Is this the time where we let Roger know? This is his intervention.
This is all great content.
We introduced.
This is all great content, James.
I know.
We introduced the topic of the King's speech, and immediately talked about. You know, the last time I heard somebody say "God save the Queen," I was standing on a street corner in Toronto watching a couple of guys beat the shit out of this queer at a bus stop. I want to first of all apologize to all of my many dear Catholic friends. I love the Catholic religion. I respect it tremendously. So I'm sorry if this joke causes any offense. It's not to make fun of the Catholic religion. It just happens to be the context in which this happens. But I used to run a business with a lot of people in it, and I had 7 managers working under me, for me. And one of them was a lovely guy who looked and sounded exactly like the twin of Kenneth Williams. I mean, every move he made, every gesture, every sound, it was like watching Kenneth Williams. He was wonderful. He was an alcoholic. He had a terrible alcohol problem. I think he got drunk and fell down the stairs and broke his neck or something at 50. And he died, and we were all very sad. Beautiful son and daughter. I still stay in touch with them. They're all grown up now. Wonderful kids. Anyway, his funeral was, because he was Catholic, his funeral was a requiem mass that was held in a very nice church in Ruislip, where the family lived. Ruislip, for all of you people who don't know any better, is a suburb of London, England, United Kingdom, Earth. And anyway, what you may not know, those of you who aren't Catholic, is that at a requiem mass funeral, the coffin with the body of he or she or it that is soon to be usually often cremated, doesn't sit up on a dais or a stand. It sits right in the middle of everybody.
Well, so they're sitting next to the
So
body.
you got all these pews on the left and all these pews on the right, and the altar up there, and the poor guys, poor. Can you imagine you're burying your kid? Well, they didn't bury; he was cremated anyway. The mother and father sitting in the front row, and then behind them, all these other people on the pews on the right, and then all these other people in the pews on the left. And right in the middle, on the walkway between the two sides of the church, whatever you call that.
Open casket?
No. Right there in the middle of them.
No, it was open casket.
No, is the casket, which
It wasn't open carcass.
maybe sometimes, but this time it wasn't open.
Well, so they couldn't see inside then.
They couldn't see inside. Thank
I
God.
think you can see it before.
Maybe before. Anyway,
Yeah,
the cat. Don't
Wait.
ruin the story for
Yeah.
Christ's sake.
Okay,
So
go
the
on.
cat. Shut the fuck.
So
Hurry
open
So
up
the
with
casket.
it.
The
So
casket.
open carcass.
Shut up. So the casket is sitting there in the floor, right next to the mom and the dad. I mean, it was just horrible to witness and
Yeah,
to
that's
see.
terrible.
Now, I said I had 7 managers, and 6 of them were there, and actually 5 of them were there. One didn't come. And it was so horrible. 50 years old, so horrible. They couldn't help themselves. They just started talking three of these gentlemen come over, stand next to me, and start shaking these things.
And the bells.
And the smoke is all over me, and the bells are so loud, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's a bit invasive, isn't it?
Very invasive.
Yeah, not nice. Sorry.
And I can't help myself.
I started laughing.
I just said at the top of my voice, will someone please answer that? Jesus Christ, you're going to wake the fucking dead.
So
And I broke up the whole church. Even the people that didn't like us started laughing. They thought that was pretty good. So that's my funeral story.
You really said something like this at a funeral? No, come on.
I sure did. And everybody liked it.
Yeah, right.
At the wake afterwards, they all came up and told me how funny they thought that was.
And then you could sort of show everybody else who was doing the little jokes that that's how a joke is
That's how it's done. That's why I'm the boss. I get the big bucks. Yeah.
All right.
You must be a comedian, they said. Well, I try, you know.
So the King's Speech.
Yes.
You follow the
I
rules.
follow it. Yes. So I mean, the reviews of it aren't that great. I think a lot of people kind of were sort of dissing it with what he was saying because a lot of it he brings Charles. He sort of talks about the church.
Did you listen to it?
I listened to it, and I listened to it twice, and I listened to
the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Would you imagine being finger bashed by Charles?
Personally, from my perspective,
Fingers, they're like
Massive
wall
fingers.
sausages.
I like sausages as well, very much actually. But actually, this year he didn't have his hand showing. This year, the year before there was a lot of talk about everyone was like, we don't know what he's really saying. They were more focused on his hands that also looked like
He was
sausages.
probably fingering someone
because
underneath.
he had maybe he had some kind of hand infection where his hands were blowing up. Okay, so last year that was the talk of the speech. This year, if you look at his hands are chopped off. So
It must have been the cancer treatment last year. That did
Maybe,
that.
so maybe that's what it was. So this year they've literally not shown his hands, which I think is a bit weird, not showing his hands. So he's like, you only see him from like here, and he's like that. It's really bizarre. And I was like, they're covering his hands up. But what he was saying, personally, I liked it because he's talking about all faiths are being like together and things as one.
I think that's a crock of shit, Anna.
Personally, I believe it, but you know what? Thinking about it, he's the king at the end of the day.
He's the defender of the faith.
Yes, exactly.
faith,
also,
And the head of the church.
And yes, and also given that what we're going through, in the UK with so many different religions and everyone trying to find, where they are placed,
Hail Satan!
He can't turn around and go, well,
Hail
Christianity,
Satan!
Hail Satan, Christianity is the best, because then how are they gonna, he needs to be seen as a leader from all.
No, I get that.
And element of impartiality.
Yeah, but so this is an admission of what do you call that when you you capitulate?
Yeah.
Like this Anglican, this is a theocratic government. It's meant to be, but this was a show of capitulation to the fact that England is no longer a theocracy. It's like some kind of
the monarch is chosen by God. That's the point, isn't it? And you either respect that
Good
or
point.
you don't.
Well, he's basically being supine, isn't he?
Well, the point is if we are multicultural and we're not this theocracy anymore, then why do we have a monarch? Because the monarch was chosen by the Christian God. That's why he's the defender of the faith. But if there is no Christian society here in England anymore, if we're now something new, which however we evolve into the future, why are we still listening to the king give a speech on Christmas? He's sort of mocking his own position.
That's right.
As defender of the faith.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a problem given that he's defending also the Archbishop of Canterbury. Who recently stood down.
Isn't that a woman now?
There is now a woman, but before he was sort of supporting him, and the background of why he really had to stand down is quite scandalous.
Because he supported this guy that was a child molester or something.
So that was a brutal documentary. I watched it. I was shocked, and there was a connection there with that. So obviously he had to stand down. In this nonce of Archbishop of Canterbury, was he? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to speak out of turn. Was he supporting a nonce, the Archbishop of Canterbury, or he was a nonce? So he's not a nonce.
Okay.
Not
that we know of.
No, I know him. He's a very good guy.
But
I
it's
mean,
just
some
the
people
fact that
do
he
know
was-
him. Roger
my
may
dad
know
was-
He did. I mean, I know him. I interviewed him. Just Google my name and his.
Yeah, you also interviewed Tony Blair, though, to be fair, Roger.
It's the fact that they are
How tall was
connected.
he?
The guy who was hurting all these boys.
He just
whipping them,
just
the fact they were connected in
hesitated
the
and
church.
got punished for it. He should have done
So
more.
Charles backed the Archbishop of Canterbury, who backed some monster in the church.
Yeah, didn't back
there's a
him.
lot
He
of-
just didn't. He didn't take action
Action.
against
God,
him.
didn't
Yeah,
take action
yeah.
soon enough.
With association of who you hang out with, it doesn't look good, does it?
There's a lot
No.
of weird
Supposed
stuff.
to
I mean,
next
like apparently Charles used to take notes from Jimmy Savile
Yeah.
about how to
I
coordinate
know.
things inside the royal family.
Justin Welby's a good guy.
Because
Yeah.
I really love a good video.
And that's the thing about the elites is like it's like Tucker Carlson and King Charles. Their interaction with the Muslim world is with other wealthy Muslims who are moderate, may even be atheists, but keep a Muslim
Low
facade
profile,
out there.
yeah.
But on the ground level, on the
Brooke, I'm not letting
excuse
you-
me,
Okay,
on
go
the ground level, where
not
people are
getting away
coming
with
across
that.
the channel from emerging countries where they're very extreme Islamic extremists. This is causing conflict at the peasant level. That these people are like, well, what's the problem with Muslims? Well, there's nothing no problem with a college-educated Muslim guy like the guy I was with last night saying, cocaine's halal on the weekends. I mean, that's everybody's chill like at certain levels. It's just at the levels they're way out of touch with, which is why English people are going nuts.
That's
over the
quite
King's
an
speech.
elitist view. It's not as
It's completely elitist.
it's not as fragmented as that. But I mean, the whole Muslim issue is far more complex than that. And there's a
What's
lot.
an elitist view? I missed that. Was I
What
an
you,
elitist?
yeah, what you just said.
You complete elitist pig.
No.
right.
This is why people are complaining about the King's speech, and this is where Tucker Carlson, to speak to you guys, is falling to the wayside, is because their interaction is not the same interaction as like
What you're
very
trying to
desperate
say is that
people
the
who,
whole world
like-
is run by people at a level that we don't get to. Blah blah blah.
No, that's not what we
No,
said.
that's not what I'm saying.
Anyway, but
Let me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing. Because you guys have been going on, right? So I just want to say one more thing.
I'm a dog. What do you
All right.
want?
If you piss off a Jewish guy, okay, he can get really mad and he'll go to school for 20 years, become a lawyer, then a lobbyist, then lobby Washington, then get policies passed that will go in his favor.
Yeah.
If you piss off a Muslim guy, he might just strap a
Blow
bomb to his
himself
chest
up,
and blow up the grocery
Oh,
store.
no,
I mean,
that's
there is differences, guys.
That's a very
fucking
balanced.
differences.
That's a very balanced, non-prejudicial
also-
view.
Piss
Don't-
off. Piss off.
No, but it's
If
also
you
like,
piss off a white guy, he'll write a treatise. If you piss off a black guy, he'll go home and beat his wife, right? We all know.
Absolutely.
I mean, my God, where did you come from with that crap?
no, that's true. It's true. I completely agree.
75% of the terrorist watch list, MI5 terrorist
Yeah,
watch list, is Muslim extremists.
Well,
I didn't make that
that's
up.
a
I don't want it to be true. I don't want this to be true.
Excuse me. You're extrapolating shit. If 2% of Muslims, 0.2%, 0.0002% of Muslims are terrorists,
No, but that's true with everything. That the minority of everybody commits crime. The minority
You're
of whites,
dealing
blacks,
with a
Jews,
situ- oh
Muslims,
my God,
it is the minority.
Yeah, but also, Tucker Carlson, just before we change
you
subject.
guys are so confused, mixing up so many different things that you read in the newspaper
Oh, come on.
that you make about as much sense as a raccoon's fart.
All right, make it all make sense, Roger.
Make it make sense, Roger. Go on.
Go ahead.
You are quoting statistics
Which are
about
true.
Muslim terrorists
Yes.
that constitute a tiny percentage of a demographic.
No, let me get.
And you're
come up on my phone.
extrapolating
No one
it
disagrees with
and
that.
extrapolating
What was
it
the percentage
Be
of
quiet, queer boy.
Muslims in this country? What was the percent who want to actually make homosexuality illegal? 56%
56% want to make it illegal.
in this country.
And can you blame them? Look what they end up with.
I can't blame
Like
them,
you,
really.
you know.
No. I look in the mirror, I think, they've got a point. They've got a point.
Now, the point is, you got this.
Watch James dissolve.
You got this tiny little number of people Just like you had 600 people causing the troubles in Ireland, you know? You got this tiny number of people, and you're extrapolating the statistics to the entire Muslim population.
But I'm not doing that.
Oh my
He's
God.
That's
not
not
doing
what I'm
that.
doing. I didn't do that at all.
He's not done that.
Well, I mean,
at
I made a
all.
joke, but I didn't do
What
that.
I would say is, I think.
Do you know that he's
let me-
wearing
Rod-
Google
hey.
glasses?
Let's talk to the guy from
Roger,
Iran.
Do you know that these
Yes, I'm from-
glasses
my
are
father's
a
Iranian.
camera?
Exactly.
Do you
I
know
can
that?
film.
Show them how. Show
the
them.
AI. Oh,
This
my
is
God.
this is these glasses are a camera recording
They are.
you folks
I don't want
going
a hot
into
camera
your
in the
living
comments.
room,
I don't want.
recording you and sending the information to Menlo Park in California,
I don't.
where Muslims and black people are going to use this to infiltrate your lives.
Let's talk with our senior Iranian correspondent.
Iranian correspondent here.
Oh, man.
I always say this. I think there's a lot of really nice Muslims. I like Muslims. What I am scared of is Islam. The religion can
Yeah.
be taken in such
Extreme
a extremist
Islam.
way
Extreme
because of the way
No,
the doctrine is
Islam
written.
full
and
stop,
you only have to
period,
look at
right?
Iran
That's what Churchill
to see
said.
what happened in a pen stroke. The entire country shifted backwards 500 years in terms of human rights, rights for women, and rights for gays.
Yeah.
And this is not anything we want to be true. It just is true.
It is true.
What
I mean,
are we-
I can buy into the misogyny of Islam. I'm okay with that. The homophobia, I'm not so okay with.
So I'm curious. Are we still kind of?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Right, so can I go on to the next subject?
No,
Wait.
wait.
I would say with the King's speech is the fact. I know.
Oh, we're talking about the
they said
King's
that they'd
speech.
Come up with the review of it. I know, but
So the King's speech wasn't so bad. Look at all the
Well, I don't know,
conversation
got
it's
mixed
evoked.
reviews. It's got mixed reviews because obviously it talks about the church and things like that. And then in one of the discussions of someone who was talking about it came across how obviously you've got the monarch, but then people going to church is becoming less and less. So and obviously.
But in Europe, people are going to church more and more right now.
But this is what confused me. Because they were sort of saying, people talking about going, well, less people go to church.
But it's not true.
Overall, it is.
No,
it has been true for
overall,
decades.
church services are exploding. Listen to anybody comment on it.
Literally, maybe since Charlie Kirk got murdered. But
No,
In
no.
this
Wow.
country, Roger,
Look
they're
at all
struggling
the
to keep them
churches of
open.
England. Look at all the vacant churches all
They
around.
got
the
converted
country.
into flats.
I'm talking about all of Europe, including here. Young people are going to church in huge numbers. Look
that
at-
was-
Maybe some kind of a
That was
revival, but it's
Lois's
very
the
recent.
irony-
that was Lois's claim when she was on here last. But
big irony with the
I looked
churches
into it. It's
is,
not true.
if
Not-
it
is
not-
true.
It's not.
Black
Lois
Presbyterian.
said
Guys,
it.
hold on one
Well,
second.
that doesn't make it true.
Roger,
My
Roger.
dad was vicar. There was barely any.
Right, let's move on.
Let's
What's
ask
the next
Leo.
subject?
Leo was going to say
I was going to
something.
say something. Roger.
I don't
I was gonna
speak
say,
Farsi anyway.
The,
Let's move on.
the irony is with the churches in this country, a lot of them are being kept open by immigrants. The
Absolute-
Black Presbyterian
absolutely.
There's
Africans.
that, yeah.
The
And
number
Eastern
of
Europeans.
black,
and the East Europeans, yeah.
number of black churches in this country is immense. I know several black evangelical pastors are friends of mine.
UK TV ad ban on junk food.
Yes.
Drunk
Oh,
food.
interesting.
Junk
Drunk
food.
food?
Drunk and drunk.
I've had enough
Right.
drunk
So
food.
junk food. So they can't show junk food adverts on British television until after 9 o'clock now.
They
Yeah.
call that
After
the
the
watershed.
This was implemented recently, 2 days ago, on the 5th of January.
That's why
So
we have a bag
it means
full of junk
that
food here.
There is,
Oh,
we
shit,
have
we
a
should-
massive bag of it because I'm not sure if this is really a good idea, if it's going to have any effect. But what intrigued me, and I think we had a bit of a laugh about it the other day, is there is a list. So what is kind of seen as junk food, and a couple of things was. Well, one of them is porridge, so don't see that on TV before 9 o'clock, kids, because wouldn't want you to get fat. And then the other one is yogurt. Yogurt.
But I looked into this.
So-
It's sweetened porridge and sweetened yogurt.
Ugh,
So there is
yeah.
the caveat. But what I think is obnoxious about this whole thing is that it's just that it's the mindset that through a stroke of a pen
You can't boil a crab and you can't have sugar on your
Yogurt.
porridge.
again
There you go.
exactly the same thing, which is there ought to be a law. It's that there ought to be a law mentality. There ought to be a law.
Can you boil a crab in your
Laws can't,
porridge?
this is not a law. Law can't solve this solution. They're projecting that they're going to prevent 20,000
Anybody
obese
who
kids.
boils a crab is going to end up having to do porridge.
Yeah, it's just horseshit. They're not going to stop obesity.
They're not this way.
Not this way.
And also, what?
And we're always going to have fat crabs.
We're always going to have fat crabs, and we're always going to have fat people to eat those fat crabs. And also, what didn't make sense to me.
Also,
is
fat
such a
people
big
can
problem.
catch crabs
Yeah,
from the.
fat
From
rods.
yeah, easy. If you're
The
fat, you
crabs
can
are so
catch
fat they
crabs
can't
very
breathe.
easily.
You know, but however, if it's such a big issue in the UK on the obesity thing, why are they showing before 9 o'clock? By the way, and it is a good program. Junior Bake Off? So
Junior Bake Off.
Junior
point.
Bake Off.
That's just
So
very good.
they're showing the kids are on there learning how
Kids
to make
cooking
cakes.
cakes.
You
Yeah.
know, showing other kids, cake before 9 o'clock. I bet that has more.
Quite.
How
That's a
about,
good
how, about,
point.
how about a law banning
Because they can't show
television?
Junior
The
jerk
kids
off
sitting
till
on their
after.
ass watching
Yeah,
television.
that's
is
and
making
that's a
them
more
fat.
interesting.
It's also like the NHS still has this ridiculous food pyramid whereby they say most of your diet should consist of like carbs, and more carbs. Tiny proportion of your diet should be actual protein. It's like everything's upside down.
I think. And
So why have we had 14 years of government followed by another one where they make us eat shit?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you've got food education, so a lot of schools sort of teach children how to cook, but that's only until up to the age of 14. Like most kids don't really start cooking until after the age of 14. So there's a
Really?
big gap there. For me, well, I actually don't know how to cook anyway, so I just don't heat up. I know how to heat food.
I know how to stick something in a microwave.
Me
Yeah.
too.
This law that you bring up, Anna,
Yes. No.
is indicative of what the real problems are with Europe and America and UK.
Oh, geez, I think Leo is too serious as a
I'm
comedian.
too serious.
I like it.
Listen,
Too
because
serious.
we are valuing all the time.
What are you, Iranian or something?
bureaucracy over innovation and over freedom.
Oh my God!
And that is what's
you're using
stifling
big
business.
words.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Big-
what's stifling
It's
business.
crushing.
That's why you got all the tech giants and all the tech and all the advancement in America and Asia. What is the European advancement? The little top on the
Oh
bottom.
my!
Oh, that
this
you
is
I
it.
hate that.
There you go.
I hate that fucking
European
thing.
technological advancement.
It's like
I want to take that and stick
I
it
know.
up the ass
I
of
know.
the European that
Show
invented
me.
it.
I'm intrigued. What is it?
Let me show you.
Right.
Right.
Oh my God!
Oh. Gosh, am I going to be like, wow?
I don't think so. I don't think anyone is. So when you open a bottle,
Yeah.
you see, look
You
now.
can't get it off.
You can't get it off.
Yes,
You can't get
of
off, sorry,
course. Yeah,
Roger.
that's really annoying.
No,
This-
I hate it.
This is European innovation.
That's Europe.
I know. And it's also like Leo. I said
That's
on X,
Pathetic.
Leo. I said on X a few days ago.
and I can't even put it back on now.
To all the bigots out there that say that women have never invented anything, there you are. I'm sure a woman invented
That's
that.
all
Yeah.
Now, what I was going to, like, with the point with the food, so I know we're going back and forth, but what I was trying to say with the solution is, like, how are we going to resolve it? If they think that we're going to ban, I think, at the end of the day, why don't we, instead of, like, having, obviously, ads with cake and stuff, obviously, why don't we make, like, ads with cucumbers and celery and fruit and veg
Boring.
on TikTok if they really
Boring.
want to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Boring. Why don't
Like
we
public service
I
announcements.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if we're going to spend government money.
Yeah.
show people throwing gluten out the window?
They're making it look cool. TikTok.
What
you
to
know,
make it look like?
Well, TikTok's now used to educate people, and that's where everyone's going. So have fun things with veg.
Well, I think don't ban the junk food ads. Just make cigarette adverts look more glamorous again. I think. Why not? Big
Sure.
busted women smoking them.
Yeah.
And
When was the last
masculine
Do
men.
you remember they used to do like cigarette adverts? Do you remember?
I know,
What's the next topic?
Yeah, like Flintstone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Winston.
What's-
last topic.
Last
Last
topic.
topic.
Okay.
Liz, this is in regards to Venezuela. If you could kidnap
yeah.
any head of state, who would it be? What would you do with them, and why?
That's a very good topic. If you could kidnap any head of state, I'd say if you can kidnap any politician, any leader of anything, who would you kidnap? What would you do with them and why? Leo?
I think what's she called? Georgia Maloney. I think she's quite fit.
Oh, she's
great.
extraordinarily hot.
So
yeah.
I think
She's wonderful.
Not in a
again,
weird.
I'd kidnap her and bring her home.
Yeah, exactly. Have
just
dinner
before we
with
go
her.
on, speaking about cigarettes, she said that she'd rather die than not smoke. So yes, she's
There you go. She's
wonderful.
She's cool as
wonderful
fuck.
lady,
I love her.
Yeah,
I think she's great.
I
I'd
think
get
she's
her,
great.
take her out for a bit of wine,
Yeah.
nice bit of spaghetti.
I think this says a lot about Leo's character as well. Like, he's not gone sort of malicious, kind of, because you're an idiot and you're this and I'm going to fucking... He's gone, because I like you.
No, this is
Yes.
this is the problem.
And that's funny
all right.
because I had
This is
thought
the
of her.
problem with her, though. You take her out for a bit of wine, and you sit down, and she goes, "When are you going to take me to Miami?"
And then you have to give her back and kidnap her. Have to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good call.
if you're a head of state, it's almost like it's a prerequisite that I won't hang out with you at all. I would never want to hang out with a head of state.
Just because of the security risks.
Well, no, just because I'm not a big fan of the state.
Yeah.
If you want to be a head of state and you are a head of state, I probably don't want to hang out with you.
But Georgia Maloney, she's hot, man.
Oh, she is hot.
She is beautiful. And
She could
on
even
your
turn
point,
me.
But is that because you're a true libertarian, a thoroughbred?
Voluntarist. You know,
Voluntarist,
all
yeah.
good relationships are voluntary.
Yeah.
And there's so much of the state apparatus
Not mine.
is involuntary.
Oh,
and
my
forced upon
my
us.
wife is an indentured slave. I bought her years ago.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
Was she
bought
a head
her-
of state of some
I bought her at I bought her at a market.
So I'd kidnap Zelensky and make him declare war against Monaco.
Okay, and take all the money
Yeah, exactly. They'd never see it coming.
and get you some hair.
Exactly, that too. Even if it be pubic hair.
My God Almighty! Can you
Trying to
imagine?
imagine your curly hair.
Yeah. Who would I kidnap? I would kidnap. I'd kidnap. Anyway, we are coming to the end of our time. We've actually run over, and I think for the first show of the year, this has been really terrific. And James has done a wonderful job producing, and you've all been great, and it's been a brilliant discussion. And I think that the audience, I think our viewers will really appreciate the fresh approach, the spontaneity, the wisdom, the erudition, the articulateness, the talent, the sheer
Mostly
charisma.
from myself.
I mean, we've been here 5 hours.
That I,
And if you come and be a member of the studio audience, Roger will sign your tits.
I will sign your tits with my tongue. Bye-bye. Thank you.
We did it.
Right.